One of my favorites. One of my two favorites. To get that on in 1972, I mean, because you just had, cops going in and raiding gay bars in Greenwich Village. Um, I mean, gays were still being, persecuted. It was terrible. They didn't have any civil rights. They were looked down upon. I mean, they were ostracized. It was terrible. And we had this idea. We knew a gay director friend on the lot. We went over to his office. Don Driver, his name was. He's not with us anymore. He died of AIDS, which I find tragic. Very nice guy, talented. And we were going to lunch with Don, and there was this little freckled kid sitting in the office. And I said to the secretary, "Who's the young boy?" And she said, "Oh, that's Don's son." We knew he'd previously been married somewhere in the Midwest. And we knew his lover now, this guy John. And the son came out to visit his dad. We came out, and I said to Dick, I said, "Boy, there's a drama. You see it right there. There's the whole kernel of it." Oh, and we said, "Yeah, but you can never do it for television." We said, "Maybe off Broadway. We could write the stage play." So we loved Broadway and off Broadway. And took to NBC. And they said, "We wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Get out of here." So there's another one mentioned earlier which couldn't be done. Well, it couldn't be done at NBC. An assistant of Barry Diller's came into our office not that long after and said, "Barry's the head of ABC Movies, and he's really looking for good stuff, offbeat." And we said, "Well, we've got this idea." We told him the idea, and he said, "Barry might be interested in that idea." Now, Barry's not out of the closet, but the word in Hollywood was that Barry was gay. And we took it to him, and he loved it. And he said, "Let's do it." I said, "Barry, this is going to be," he said, "I'll get it through this network. By hook or by crook, I'll get it through this network." Well, I got to tell you, he will always have a soft spot in my heart. He fought his own network to get that picture on. And it was terrible. It's in our book, Stay Tuned. There's a whole chapter in that certain summer, what he had to put up with. They two psychologists from my hometown, Philadelphia, were terrible people, maligning maligning gay people to Diller. Diller was sweating. I mean, it was awful. Either they didn't know or it was a vicious kind of thing. And they made us make changes. We knew we were going to have to make changes because standards and practices were running for the hills. With this one came down the turnpike. They made us put in a character who represented the average heterosexual American, who was the brother-in-law of the gay character that Marty Sheen played, Doug, who stood up for family and homosexuals are weird people. So we put that in, and we figured that really didn't hurt us because, hey, America's full of these kind of people. This is what gay people put up with. Then we had to have this speech. We fought all these other things, and we got away with them. We couldn't really have a kiss or a touch at that time. No way. The fact that maybe this thing would be on the air was anathema enough. We put this speech in right at the end where Hal Holbrook says to his son, if he had his druthers, he would not be gay, like he would be, white, rich, and straight in this society. And after the picture was on, the homosexual community, the Advocate, I think, they put us down. Oh, gays don't feel like that. Well, actually, there were plenty of gays who felt like that. If they had their choice, a much better life if they had been born straight. So, but we got a lot of flack after that. But most gay publications and most gay people whom I knew said, this was a big strike forward. That this thing was in prime time, ABC Movie of the Week. They did a very clever thing, Universal. It was handled very well. We had a lot of screenings at the studio every night. We invited psychiatrists, sociologists, etc., to view the film and fill out preview cards. And a lot of, just lay people too, and it was great. The cards are fantastic. And the night it was on, that morning, bomb threats came in, ABC affiliates. And Barry Diller's whole thing was, we're going to tell the audience in all our ads and promos what this picture is. So they don't want to watch this, watch another channel that night. And I mean, it was a huge success. We did not win the Emmy, for best screenplay. My modesty aside, it was the best of the year. But no one remembers that now. Everybody thinks we were saying earlier. Everyone remembers we won the Emmy for My Sweet Charlie. Actually, it was won by a good writer who wrote the Kojak pilot, Abby Mann, who did a lot of politicking because he was on one of the committees, the Blue Ribbon, and did a lot of politicking to the people who were judging Best Teleplay. Because friends who were there called me and said, you better get down there. I said, I can't get down there. I said, well, this guy is really bending elbows. Anyway, I'm very proud of that picture. A gay acquaintance who had adopted a little girl and had a great relationship. He rented the movie and showed it to gay younger friends who had never seen the picture at Universal to show them what had happened in 1972, which was incredible. We got one guy didn't commit suicide, a gay guy in the Middle West. He saw that picture and said, oh my God, if this is on television, I can't be this monster that everybody in this town thinks I am. And he said this picture saved his life. It was good to hear. So I thought it holds up too. I've seen it fairly recently. Hal Holbrook was wonderful. We couldn't get actors to play that role of Doug Salter. I remember Cliff Robertson said, I'd rather play Hitler than play that man. Please. And Hal Holbrook read it on his yacht. And he told his son about it. He says, I don't know, this is a good script. And the son said, Dad, you'd be a great homosexual. So it's a picture I'm very proud of. So I think it's one of our best pictures.